Joining us now to discuss is one of the senators who will be voting this afternoon, Kansas Senator Dr. Roger Marshall. Senator Marshall, thanks for being with us on this very, very busy afternoon. One of the things that really struck me, and Bob and I were kind of talking about it as we were looking at some of those details of what is actually in this bill, is it's very, very extreme, down to being able to choose the gender of a baby. We're saying that sounds like China. If you don't want a girl, sure, you can have an abortion, or vice versa. So there are a lot of scary things in this bill. And again, we're assuming it's not going to pass.
Yeah, this is not going to pass, but this is the most egregious attack on the unborn babies that we've ever seen in our lifetimes. Just think about the attacks that this bill makes. This is an attack on our faith. It's an attack on Christianity. It's an attack on Christian doctors, Christian nurses, and Christian hospitals. You know, essentially, if this legislation went through, our hospitals would be tied up in court, the hospitals that refuse to do abortions, and many doctors and nurses would have to leave because we would lose our conscience objection. So this is absolutely an attack on our faith.
Let me ask you this. What is it exactly you'll be voting on? Because we don't want to be fooled by it. Because if all of a sudden it got 52 votes and it looks like it passes, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, you'll be voting on cloture. That is, rather to get 60 votes to move to the final vote. Is that correct? And how are you going to vote?
Well, I'm a hell no on this bill, right? It will take 60 votes. This is on cloture. There's not 60 votes. I'm not sure they even have 50 votes on this one. This is such an extreme bill that I think some of the people that are on the moderate perspective of this are leaning towards voting no as well. Susan Collins, I just visited with her. She's going to vote no on it. I think she's made that publicly known as well. This is such an extreme bill. And I just want to add, this is so personal to me. Every day of my life for 30 years, most every day I delivered a baby. I've spent an entire lifetime protecting life, trying to help those women that have recurrent miscarriages, trying to keep those women that have preterm labor, keeping that baby inside the uterus for maybe a week or two longer. So this is very personal to me, and we will be fighting to protect life at all levels.
Now, we're looking at some of this, the footage there of protests, and of course security is being tightened for Supreme Court justices after those protests extended to Justice Alito's home. However, a recent Trafalgar Group and Convention of States poll asks Americans, is publishing Supreme Court justice home addresses and calling for protests at their homes an acceptable response to the Roe v. Wade issue? More than 75% said no, 15.9% said yes, 8.3% are unsure. It looks like the no's have it. But then why is this continuing, and why are we not seeing people actually, say, arrested in those places where it is illegal?
Well, look, when violence fits the narrative of the left, when violence fits the narrative of the White House, they're quiet. They turn a deaf ear to it. They swallow their tongues. That's who Joe Biden is as a leader. He refuses to stand up and say, this is wrong. All violence is wrong. And by the way, these people protesting at the Supreme Court justice's home are breaking a federal law. So even what, I respect your polls. I'm glad Americans agree, but they're breaking the law. And this is the land of law and order, whether it's an open southern border or just the total disrespect this White House has for law and order. Is a disgrace.
Yeah, just to make clear, 75% saying it shouldn't be doing it, shouldn't be protesting outside those homes. Also, get your reaction. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen explaining the benefits that Roe v. Wade provides for women. Let's listen.
Roe v. Wade and access to reproductive health care, including abortion, helped lead to increased labor force participation. It enabled many women to finish school. That increased their earning potential. It allowed women to plan and balance their families and careers. Denying women access to abortion increase their odds of living in poverty or need for public assistance.
So I want to call you Dr. Marshall in this case as well. Your response to what Janet Yellen is saying there?
You know, I'm just heartbroken. I hadn't heard this footage before. Is this America or is this Babylon? Was that a United States Secretary of Treasury saying that it's okay to murder people, murder babies, because it helps the women get back to work sooner? Is that what she just said? Look, this issue of life is an issue of the heart. It's about doing right versus wrong, that this is a spiritual battle up here. These people are attacking Christians, they're attacking our faith. They're specifically, you think about all these riots, they're attacking especially the Catholic Church. I think America is listening, and their actions are even speaking louder than the words. And I think this November we're going to see a change of things up here in D.C.
Yeah. Senator Roger Marshall, thank you so much.